Preparing for job interview can be a very daunting task, but with the right strategies, you can also ace it with confidence. Here are some of the key tips to help you succeed. And fortunately, we have Parth here today who has successfully cleared so many interviews. So we welcome you, Parth. And from you, we would try to draw some insights on 3 points. First, how did you prepare for the interview? Right? What were your success strategies and approach for it? Next, how you handled, some of the very difficult questions that were asked. So I welcome you all and please share your insights into it.
Thank you for having me here.
Okay, so what do you think is the first thing you did when you got a call from the company?
Firstly, the first thing I did was to research the company and the role. I tried to explore from the company's homepage to know about their company's values, culture, and people. This was important for me as well to make up my mind as I had other offers too. Being in my initial start of my career, I could not take any chances. It has to be the launchpad that propels my career forward. I know it's tough these days, but you have to do the groundwork. Invest more time on getting good experience and upskilling. This is very important to make your career bulletproof right at the start of it.
Okay. Right, we all know, researching the company is the first thing that we need to do. It is very important to align with the purpose and why you want to join that particular company, in the first place. But Parth, tell me, you talked about upskilling. Is it due to the massive layoffs, we are having these days today, or is it related to something else? So can you quickly explain, how upskilling helped you even after 2 to 3 years of your career?
I would say upskilling and networking, LinkedIn, participating in seminars, workshops, forums, etc. These two things really helped me grow in my professional career to get me to where I am today.
Okay, so I'll just sum up that it's a company research profile, knowing their purpose, mission, the teams you are going to work with, the networking is very, very important, and upskilling also, because you have to continuously update yourself. I see. Okay, I see. Now, please tell about the job role and other preparation strategies.
Okay, so as I said, I wanted the job role as per my interests and something that is aligned with my future prospects. For this, I consulted my placement head, seniors, and mentors. Even read the articles posted on the company's website for more insights. As the day was approaching, I was getting anxious to know what questions might be asked. So I practiced common interview questions as told by my seniors.
Okay, so it's important to get in touch with your seniors, your placement head, research as many sources as possible, right? So you said you practiced some of the interview questions. So how did you go about it?
So what I did was I rehearsed with my close friends, even recorded answers to the difficult common questions like tell me about yourself and why do you want to work here, etc. This helped me fine-tune my answers. I now realized how important it was because I wasn't parroting it out. I was in my best and in my natural self, thanks to active listening skills. It really helped me to understand and reply properly. I could use the STAR method, situation, task, action, result, to structure my responses. For behavioral questions like tell me difficult situations or challenges you faced and how did you handle that?
Excellent, Parth. So I get to hear from you active listening skills and the STAR technique. We will take up but towards the end of this discussion. Right now, tell me in the preparation phase, how you went with the preparation phase. You have already discussed how you actually prepared yourself for the interview day. What was your strategies, how you went about it on the interview day?
That's very important. Please bear in mind to number one, dress appropriately. You should appear well groomed. You should also arrive early as this will reflect professionalism on your part and for the interviewer's time. Aim to arrive at least 15 minutes before the scheduled interview time. Make a positive first impression, a confident handshake, eye contact, and a friendly smile that will go a long way. Number 4, ask insightful questions. Many candidates might give it a pass, but prepare thoughtful questions to show how you're interested in the profile. Ask about the team, company, and growth opportunities that you will work, and when can you expect to join. This not only shows your interest but also helps you determine if the profile is a right fit for you. Lastly, thank you and a follow-up. Send a thank you email within 24 hours of your interview. Express your appreciation for the opportunity and reiterate your enthusiasm for the profile. This leaves a lasting impression for the interviewer. By following these strategies, you can approach your job interview with confidence and increase your chances to success.
Okay, I'll just quickly sum up what you have said, Parth. Like, first impression really counts. We have to follow certain rules that you discussed, dressing appropriately, handshake, smile, don't forget that also. And also importantly, what many students miss out is matching with their resume. They don't even carry their resume to the place, so it's a miss. And then asking insightful question towards the end, because if interviewer asks you why and what you have any questions, they don't answer back. So this shows that you are not probably interested or you are not the right fit for them. So this also bear in mind. And what I learned from you, that you have very systematically prepared everything, the pre-preparation phase, and then actually when you appeared for the interview, that's really excellent. And obviously strategizing is the key to success. So let's dive further, and I would like to know from you now that you said there were certain difficult questions, they are often asked in the interviews. So what were those difficult questions and what was now your strategy in handling them, right? So please share your insight, Parth.
I'm glad to share my insight and experiences. Realize how difficult it has been these days. Tough questions are not that tough if you keep going and just don't get nervous. Sometimes it is intentional for the interviewer to see how you cope up with pressure more than anything. They assess your confidence and potential.
Okay, so you mean the pressure handling questions, and they actually assess how prepared you are. You may not be 100% correct to all their answers, right? Okay, so I'll coming to the first question that is normally being asked is introduce yourself, right? Or they may ask it alternatively that walk us through your resume. So how did you go about it, and what are the key strategies we should prepare?
For me, it was what I am, what I can do, and what I aspire to do in life. This is the first impression that will set the stage. So start with a concise overview of your professional background, your current position, relevant experience, major skills and achievements related to the profile. You can state your professional aspirations, career goals, and interests. Even adding a little bit of personal touch is necessary, but this is only optional if you can link it with qualities listed for the profile, as most companies do these days. Ensure that everything you share is relevant to the position and highlight why you're a strong candidate.
Okay, so you mean to say that you must emphasize your personal background, your qualifications, skills, and how actually they match with the profile, right? And some more relevant points which I would like to add from my end is, it's from my observation is, people start speaking continuously and they don't even stop for a second. Rather, they have to be interrupted to stop, and then the interviewer will ask them certain questions. So this is where a candidate has to be more concise, manage with their time. And another thing is that it becomes very boring and monotonous when they start with their introduction. So that does not give a good impression at the very start. So the mantra is, you have to hook them by giving them some interesting points. It may be some experience or some awards they have won or their aspirations, it could be anything. But of course, you have to stick to the interview and you have to manage with the decorum of the interview plus the time. Time is very important for everyone, so I think that's important. What else do you feel is important, Parth?
One more thing that I have observed, many candidates keep on talking forever. Here, be concise, manage time,
Yeah,
pause
time
often,
management.
and involve the interviewer in the conversation.
Okay, so you need to involve the interviewer. Okay, I didn't know that, but still, we'll keep it in mind, and this will obviously lead to creating a very good impression at the very start of the interview, right? Now, there are other important questions, which I want to know, and the strategies, of course. So, one important question that comes up to my mind is, what are your key strengths? This is normally being asked. So, how to handle such question? What are your key strengths?
Firstly, remember to be practical and sound genuine. While answering this, you need to highlight qualities and skills relevant to the position and be able to showcase both technical and soft skills. Select specific instances to be able to demonstrate these strengths. Here, clearly state what you can practically demonstrate with facts. Don't say anything where you might get caught. Trick is to quantify if possible, but be credible and tailor it as per the profile. If you have prior work experience, share a strength that is crucial for the role and where and how you demonstrated it with facts, benefits, outcomes. If you don't have prior work experience, then substitute it with qualities that you have and where you have demonstrated it.
Okay, Parth. So I think it's for the freshers also who are right from the college and looking for getting a job. So if you don't have an experience, what to do is what did you mention right now? If you don't have an experience, then
To demonstrate the skills and qualities you have.
okay, maybe some internship
Yeah.
projects or maybe some extracurricular activities also.
Yeah, that can be done.
Okay, moving ahead, there is another very difficult question. Actually, I find it very personally, I found it very difficult. It was, what are your weaknesses? So, how to answer this question and what is the approach for it?
Everyone has weaknesses like strengths. If strengths are opportunities, then weaknesses should be treated as challenges, meant to be backed by an action plan. A structured approach in answering this question can be, you start first by identifying the weakness, challenges. Remember, it has to be genuine, but don't get too carried away to cite something that is not desired in the profile. Show that you are aware of the challenge and already have an action plan to combat it. This will turn tables in your favor. Like in my case, this is how I answered this question. Sometimes I struggle with time management and I get carried away in the project I might be doing. I don't take breaks or drink water and end up straining myself, especially my eyes. For this, I am practicing time management techniques like how to prioritize time and time blocking, which will help me.
I'm sure, Parth, you might have overcome this challenge. I will not say weakness anymore. And yes, what we should always remember is that challenges and we have an action plan to overcome, and the progress that we are making to overcome it, that is more important to cite and not to be carried away. As you mentioned, that again is very important. It should not contradict the qualities which are needed for your candidature.
Correct.
Right. So this is important. And then I have another question which our viewers want to hear from you, right? Is, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? So
One of the example responses can be, in 5 years, I see myself taking on a leadership role in business development, ideally within this company. I'm excited about the potential for professional growth here and hope to contribute to larger, more complex projects.
okay, so you mean to say you have to highlight your key strengths and how you have progressed on it. So these should be your key star questions and star ideas to mark. Okay, so moving ahead, my next difficult question, and as I discussed, we will talk about the star technique. So here it is. Here you can use your STAR technique. So it was describe a challenging work situation and how you overcome it.
So for this, I use this STAR method: situation, task, action, result. For example, in my previous job, we faced a major technical glitch right before a product launch, which was the situation.
Okay.
My task was to resolve this issue quickly, which was the task.
Okay.
I organized a cross-functional team, identified the root cause, and implemented a fix within 24 hours, which was the action. As a result, we launched on time and received positive feedback from the client, which was the end result. Actually, through this, you can highlight problem-solving skills. This is what they want to assess.
Okay, so that is the candidate should emerge as a winner right through the very beginning. And also, don't you think that we should not be too and talk about the team also working together, especially when it comes to the results, because you are not the only person who has contributed to the results. So this again, sometimes candidates speak too much as if they were the sole players, but
Correct.
that never works in the
Right.
company, है ना? So that's very important. Now coming to my last question, why should we hire you?
So in this, firstly, you need to highlight the unique strengths. Focus on what makes you stand out. Match your skills to the job requirements. Tailor your answer to the specific needs of the role. For example, with my extensive experience in data analysis and a proven track record of tuning complex data into actionable business insights, I'm confident I can help your team make data-driven decisions that drive growth. My proactive approach and problem-solving skills would make me a valuable asset to your company.
Indeed, that's a great answer to this question. What are your salary expectations? Not to forget this question.
So for this, you need to research and find out beforehand the market rates for the profile in the industry you're looking for. For this, I used LinkedIn. Reflect on your qualifications, experience, and the value you'll bring into the role. You need to justify your salary expectations based on your skills and contributions. Try to mention the expected salary range instead of a specific number. Like initially, I was not aware of the salary structures, so I saw the payslip to understand the structure. Apart from the base salary, there will be other benefits such as DA, HRA, TA, etc. Even bonuses or relocation allowances, etc. Plus the deductions, familiarize yourself with the allowances and deductions. Before joining the company, be flexible and express that you are open to discuss the final offer. And this is what you can contribute. This will make you sound confident, collaborative, and a perfect fit for the profile.
Okay, so to sum up what you said, we should be matching what is the current industry standards, right? And before that, we should be aware what will be the complete compensation package, right? Especially if you are a fresher and you don't have an idea, you need to get into that role.
Right.
And of course, throughout the interview, you have proved yourself worthy of that position. So it's very important that you can negotiate with them also, right? Especially if you have a work experience. So negotiate, but don't be too rigid. Right. And we should know that why I'm joining and what I would be contributing. So that will give a winning advantage, and you will be able to qualify that interview round.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you, Parth, for the session. And with this tip, I think that most of you, whether you are having experience or whether you are a fresher, most of you would have got practical strategies to work ahead. So go ahead and be the winner throughout. Thank you for your time.